What's going on, guys? Welcome to this latest episode of Rivercity 93, brought to you by Roughneck Stars, Icarus FC, and of course, for the culture. This is your host, as always, Elliot Barr, and just joining me is the guy that could probably be the twin to Forrest Gump. It's Mr. Camp. How are you doing, man?
You did have to put that joke in. Okay, I see how it is. But it's great to be on. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem, man. Look, I told you, it's a relaxed show. Like, you're going to have fun with this, man. First and foremost, do you mind just letting our listeners know, because some of our listeners might not know, those that were able to come into the stadium last year, what is your role with the Richmond Kickers, and how did you come into that position?
Yeah, so I guess my title is Chief Operating Officer. So what that means exactly is that I essentially run the business side of the operation. So obviously, all you guys know Darren, our head coach and chief sporting officer. So he handles everything player related. So I don't deal with anything like that. But as far as putting on the event, and concessions, tickets, sponsorship, I kind of oversee that whole side of the business. So previously, I came on here as within the organization as the VP of Sales and Operations, and I kind of transitioned to this role this past fall. And then previously, I was with the Flying Squirrels baseball team for about a little over 7 years, so doing tickets and hospitality. So, but I think in sports we all do a little bit of everything. So I definitely don't like the tie what we do to titles or anything like that. But we're overall we're just excited to get going. Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about the exciting news upcoming shortly. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're gonna hold on to that. We're gonna make the listeners, wait a little bit. Yeah. But Cap, I want to ask you, what was the moment that made soccer click for you? What was the moment that I guess made you a soccer fan?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been following as much as a lot of the, Rob and all the guys here, but I've been following kind of the Premier League stuff, for a while, throughohout college and growing up. It's always fun to kind of watch the game with your buddies, on Saturday morning, Sunday morning, that sort of thing. Then obviously, I've gone to, a number of Kickers games over the years as well. I'm a local guy. I'm from Richmond. So, for me, it's always about, having a fun night out with your friends, maybe grabbing a beer or two and cheering on the local team. So, and I think, our opportunity here is really exciting to really grow this thing and really make, put our imprint in the soccer community, in Virginia and the nation and whatnot. So, I'm definitely, my fandom is growing day by day for sure.
Most definitely. I feel like most people kind of start off like that with, they kind of just start with the Premier League and kind of it goes in different paths.
Well, it's on TV and it's you wake up Saturday morning, it's oh, this is on. So, and then kind of becomes a routine,
Yeah, most definitely. So Camp, if you're ready, man, we can go ahead and dive into these listener questions.
Let's do it.
All right, man. So one of the questions that, Kickers fans wants to know most is, what is Kickers Plus? It's a new thing that the Kickers brought in this year. And what efforts are being made to not only educate fans about it, but what are some of the benefits of being a Kickers Plus member?
Yeah, so I'll start kind of this, top level and go down from there. So at its essence, it's our new season subscription model. So a lot of folks are kind of going away in the industry from your season ticket package in the traditional sense, where it's one ticket for every single game and you're locked into that no matter what. And so Kickers Plus is kind of our vehicle to allow essentially provide more value for folks, more flexibility for folks, and then offer some requested perks as well that we've heard from feedback over the last year or so that I've been here. So what it includes, it's essentially a $60 yearly subscription. And what that gets you is half off tickets, up to 4 tickets for any regular season match. So you're saving $9 a ticket with Kickers Plus. So, you bring out a couple of your buddies for just 2 games and it essentially pays for itself. So that's kind of the value proposition up front. Hey, you're saving money. You're getting a sweet discount on tickets. But we wanted to roll more into it as well. We have a 15% off merchandise discount on our online shop. So anything that's on there, just a flat 15% off. Then we're also going to offer up the jersey customization for free. I know that's been requested from a few folks I've heard on that. So we're excited to offer up that, and then stay tuned for our jersey release. Hoping to have that rolled out, pretty shortly, obviously. So, and then also we want to kind of use it as a vehicle for kind of exclusive behind the scenes access. It's something we weren't able to do as much of this past year with the COVID protocols, but we're aiming to do more and more kind of as things open up. So I think we actually got an exclusive interview being recorded today or this afternoon. Patrick and Nathan are heading that up. So we're aiming to provide like a big kind of exclusive feature, behind the scenes look, get to know the guys a lot better, that sort of thing. And so that's kind of the package in itself. That's what we're kind of running everything through this year. It's going to be an evolving package. We want to keep adding stuff to it as well, through our sponsors. And again, my ultimate goal is to provide as much value as possible for everybody, for Red Army folks, people that have been coming and supporting us for years and years. And then this is also a great way for us to engage new folks that maybe can't come to all 14 games, but want to come out to 3 or 4 and get to know about the Kickers more. This is a great vehicle for them to be involved in what we're doing as well. So we're hoping to provide something for everybody, and that's the ultimate goal at the end of the day.
Okay. So what it pretty much sounds like Kickers Plus is you buy into this membership, and then from there you can kind of pick and choose what games you want to go to. And it's not like you're locked in to be like, oh, I have to go to all 14 games. It's kind of like, all right, I can go to 3 here, 3 here, make it work. But on top of that, you get a lot of other bundles.
Exactly. So I think the flexibility is really key too, because the thing about Richmond is, especially as things open up more, like I'm not naive to think that that we're the only thing in town. So if you got other things you want to do, Richmond's a great town. There's all sorts of stuff to do. So obviously we'd love to have everybody come out to every game and support us, but we know that's not realistic this day and age. So we're hoping that this is something that a ton of teams are doing. Some are, but you can still get all 14 tickets. We can set you up that way. If you want, but for the fans, again, that just want to come to a couple and get some of those cool perks as well. This is a package for them for sure.
Well, our next question is pretty much, as we've been mentioning this whole time, we did have a pandemic, and Richmond Kickers were kind of the only thing going on during the summer, which is weird to say. But a lot of supporters want to know what efforts are being made post-pandemic or going into the next season to support those who supported the team through ups and downs. What efforts are being made in the Richmond Kickers front office to help supporters?
Yeah, no, 100%. And we're excited to kind of start rolling out some of these now. Like, it was just like, all right, what can and can't do right now? Like, what can we announce, depending on the governor's mandates or, COVID protocols, et cetera, et cetera. So we're definitely aiming to do more in-person events going forward as safety regulations allow. So I'll give you a sneak peek for a couple things we got planned. We're going to do, for Kickers Plus members, we're going to have an in-person meet the team event at the stadium, similar to what we did last year for those that are in attendance in last fall. But again, a socially distanced outdoor event. We're aiming for April 21st right now, so you can mark it on your calendars if you're a Kickers Plus member. So right before the home opener for that. We're also aiming to I've talked to you about this, Elliot, and John Osborne from the Red Army board about our happy hours that we're doing as well. So we're going to have at least a monthly Friday happy hour at City Stadium, essentially just kind of an outdoor socially distanced spot that we can invite people out, dog-friendly event, craft beers, live music. We'll have some vendors out there, food trucks, and then also kind of utilize that as a Red Army recruiting ground as well. So offering up them a table and just pretty much just another event at the stadium that we can promote everything else we got going on. For those who haven't been to City Stadium, it's such a great outdoor open spot. No bottlenecks really, so it makes kind of the COVID planning part of it a lot easier, which is definitely good news. And then also we are planning to get back to some watch parties as well. So we're in talks with a lot of different local bars and restaurants about essentially a pub partner program. So I'm sure most soccer fans are familiar that a lot of teams do these sort of things. So depending on, we finally just got our schedule, as you know, on Monday. So we're able to kind of further these talks. But yeah, we're hoping to have a watch parties lined up for at least all our away games. Hopefully all of them, depending again on protocols and what venues can and can't accommodate. But yeah, essentially just more programming throughout the year, more Kickers Plus exclusive events. We want to do as much as possible. So we don't have everything officially lined up just because of how late the schedules come out and with the recent news, but definitely stay tuned. We definitely hear, everyone's feedback on it, and are excited to see more of y'all and our fans and out in the community. So again, stay tuned.
All right. So another thing that I'm a big component of is merch, because I feel like that's a big way how you get your club out there. As you can tell, I'm rocking the Kickers cap.
Yeah, so you gotta
yeah, man. So one question that came up was many clubs are increasing their club brand awareness and for convenience of fans with storefronts. Are there any plans for the Kickers to go about this? One of the main ways how to get Kickers merch is at the game. But is any plans of you guys like having a dedicated storefront somewhere throughout the year where fans can go to and buy merch that way?
Yeah, so obviously long term for us, like I would love to build a permanent storefront at City Stadium. Essentially something that you can stop by, your 9 to 5 every day and pick up any merch. That's the goal. It's probably a year or two away from something like that, but definitely in the meantime. Yeah, I'm not sure how many people know. We put it on our socials a little bit, and I know it's always weird last year with the pandemic, but yeah, we have been selling Kickers merch at other retailers. We sold it at Beasties in Carytown. We're in talks with one of the other two places about carrying Kickers merch in other spots, and we're really going to start leveraging our other events at City Stadium. So Elliot, I'm sure you're aware, we do the farmers markets there with our good friends in the Carytown Farmers Market every Sunday starting in May. So having a merchandise table there and at other events we're planning on, these happy hours, et cetera. So there are more in-person opportunities other than the games to pick up, New Jersey or our new line that we should be, it should be able to see pretty soon. So, and then, over this past winter and the fall, we have been obviously doing a lot of pickups for online orders. So, we have our office over here on Maywell Street in the U-Crops bakery building. So we have offered that service as well for folks that want to try to get some stuff in right now. We can do, socially distanced in-person pickups as well.
So we're talking all this stuff about merch. I got to ask, man, is there any new ideas for merch? Richmond is known for its graphic designers. There's a lot of graphic designers in the Red Army. Are there some new ideas for merch coming in this upcoming year?
Yeah, so we're rolling out a new collection. So Teresa Matthews is our new manager of merchandise and fan experience. So I hope I'm not stepping on any toes, but we're planning to have 2 collections this year. So essentially a spring collection and a summer collection. So we should have that spring one rolling out pretty soon on that. So some new items, some different stuff. So I hope people like those designs on that. And then we're also planning to kind of do some more Adidas themed merch as well. I know that's something we really haven't had in years past. Other than the jerseys and maybe like a polo or two, but we are planning to kind of get more Adidas gear, Kickers branded Adidas gear. So we will have that available as well. But as far as other designs and whatnot, we definitely want to do more, and we're open to a lot of things. Elliot, I know you and me actually talked about it the other week for Heritage Night. So we're, now that we kind of know what things look like a little bit better with the schedule and everything, we wanted to have some more fan inspired designs, for, if it's different theme nights or for different charity nights. I'm open for any and everything. And we want to, definitely highlight local artists because I think that's really cool. I mean, I'm a Richmond guy and I think it's great, anytime we can do stuff like that. So we're definitely all ears.
All right. And if fans want to submit, local art or any of the designs they have, who would they go to reach out to?
So honestly, it would be Teresa Matthews or myself. I mean, I think it's like we list all our phone numbers and our emails on our website. So check out underneath the club section. Again, I want to emphasize to everybody, I'm an open book. And if we can do something, we will do it. If we can't do it, I'll let you know. But we love any feedback, any and all feedback. And again, I want to don't be scared. Don't hesitate to reach out to me just because, if it's my position or whatever. Like we're more than willing to work with any and everybody on partnerships and different projects. So
I had to ask that question because I'm guaranteed it was going to pop up, and I was going to be like, "Well, no, that's a question I could ask." So we kind of already touched on it about engaging fans with the watch parties and things like that. But besides having televised games, still on CBS 6, correct? I want to make sure I'm right on that.
Yeah, so all our games will still be broadcast on CBS 6.3. We will have a couple select games on 6.1. So we're still waiting to confirm those. And then, again, all the games will be on ESPN Plus as well.
Okay. Supporters want to know, is there any other ways the Kickers are planning on engaging fans outside of away games, outside of the traditional watch party, things like that?
Yeah, so again, it's kind of on the Kickers Plus side, kind of creating that exclusive behind the scenes digital content. Because we can do the digital stuff now. We want to get to more in-person stuff, as I mentioned, as protocols allow. So, again, a monthly kind of exclusive, and just, we always try to throw in tidbits, and, Nathan, our director of digital content, he's doing a great job kind of managing that. And, the guys are in town now, they're training. There'll be a lot more content on that side of things. And we're excited to start rolling out some more, engagement content. So I know it's been kind of, a little bit slow, protocols and getting the guys in town, but now that they're starting up in April, they're around, and they're also, they're awesome and willing to kind of do these cool pieces, with us. And again, if you guys have any fans have feedback or things they want to see, shoot me a note, just let me know, and I'll definitely make sure it gets in the right person's hands. Cause at the end of the day, we want to produce content that you guys are going to, enjoy and consume and engage with. So, I mean, that's what it's all about. So again, my line's open. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know.
So with the news that the governor just dropped probably this time yesterday, I know you're more excited about it, and it impacts your job more than it impacts mine. How does that, what direction does that push the Kickers into now with the governor saying that, correct me if I'm wrong, they're moving to a percentage base instead of just the normal 1,000 fans?
Yeah, exactly, and it's definitely exciting news. It's something we've been waiting for a while, and as everybody knows, we were thankfully able to pull off an 8-game season last year at 1,000 people, and to be honest, this is not a viable business model for us. It was a rough year in that sense, but moving to the 30% capacity at least to start definitely makes it better for us. So right now, City Stadium's capacity is at 8,000 people, so this will allow us to have 2,400 fans at games, so about 2.5 times more than last year. So and with the COVID protocols we had in place last year, it's going to provide us a great framework for this year. Obviously, we need to make some tweaks and adjust, more points of sale, more beer sales for the Red Army, so accommodate those people. But again, thankfully, like City Stadium is such a open concourse design that it makes, and we have a lot of different movable points of sale, that we've been utilizing. So it makes the setup and eases any bottleneck concerns and minimizes contact, very well. So we're extremely confident we'll scale up and provide a really safe outdoor environment, just like we did last year. And I definitely, want to thank everybody last year that came out. And I think I was on Wes McElroy's, show before this. And I think he asked me what I learned most of last year, just from working through everything. And I think I was I don't know if I was surprised or just most thankful, but how respectful and accommodating and courteous everybody was about following these protocols. Because at the end of the day, we need to follow these to, not get shut down as a business. And I know it's, wearing a mask at all times outside, it might be, not the most convenient thing in the world, but everyone's so understanding about it, and I think that was really encouraging. And that's why I'm excited to kind of scale things up this year, and see some more folks and check out the new stadium improvements. And then obviously check out the team, which is, from what it sounds like so far, Darren's got the guys humming right now. So we're excited to put on a show for you guys.
All right, most definitely. So Cam, I want to ask you this question, man. We're going to talk a little bit about the team. Is there any new player that we brought in that excites you the most, that you're like, yo, I really want fans to like watch him and focus on him?
So again, this is probably not the best question for me. Darren could definitely, or Darren, Patrick, Nathan, those guys can definitely, ones to watch sort of things. But
like you said earlier, man, you got to know everything about the team.
I know I'm getting better at it. I've come a long way, to be honest. But obviously, Emmy coming back is huge for us. In league MVP, he's still going to be the focal point from what it sounds like. But a new striker, El Tanque. Nathan's going to kill me for pronunciation, but I heard on it. It's very exciting. Another Argentinian guy, striker. That has a great track record of scoring goals. I think paired up with Emmy, I think that's going to be exciting to watch. But I think that there's a ton of new guys that are coming out with some pedigree, and considering we're a game away from the championship last year and adding this new talent, like I think the sky's the limit for these guys. And new competition coming in too is going to be exciting with NCFC coming into the league as well. So I'll let Darren answer to the rest of the technical questions, but it should be a good show regardless.
Oh man! So one last question I just want to ask you. With City Stadium, we saw a lot of improvements. We saw, the new concourse. It was flat. It was nice. We saw the new flashing lights. Everything going off after every goal. It's kind of cool. What's the new improvements that you guys are looking to do to City Stadium this year and years going forward? I know bathrooms is the big one, but we want to know.
Yeah. So last year was the big year, the big investment, and we had everything ready to go, and then COVID happened. So. We're excited to kind of show off those new improvements for everybody that wasn't able to make it out. And I can just list them off real quick. But we got new state-of-the-art lighting, must-go lighting, like state-of-the-art. For those that are out last year, it looks so much better at night than it did with those old stadium lights. So they're LEDs. We had the opportunity to do like light shows. It's a really cool experience. I think it really elevates everything. So new lights, the new concourse, as you mentioned. Getting rid of all that dirt and mud that has been there for years, putting some new concrete and decomposed granite has really helped, elevate the concourse. And with that, we actually buried a bunch of power lines as well. So it really cleans up the sight lines, thankfully. But just to spell off the other ones, new stadium PA, so updated that. And we also have Wi-Fi at the stadium now. We got some fiber put in with our friends at Sarga. So, and then new irrigation as well. It's something that maybe goes overlooked every once in a while, but I don't know if anybody's been able to walk by the stadium lately, but the grass is looking green. Drew Norris, our director of field ops, has done a great job, and the field looks great for this time of year, considering all the kind of nasty weather we kind of got over the last month. So it should really look good, come April 24th. So, but as far as kind of new improvements this year, there are not any major projects scheduled for right now. It's a lot of kind of maybe stuff that gets unnoticed. A lot of different paint touches. We're going to change up our hospitality setting a little bit. And we're actually getting rid of that north end deck by the scoreboard and opening up those sections behind those. So there are about three sections that are blocked off last year. We're going to open those up so we can accommodate more fans. So kind of small touches, but again, we're hoping to continually invest in the stadium year over year. My goal is to always kind of have, 2 or 3 big talking points for every year. And while the stadium might not be the biggest one this year, it's still, I think the amount of people that haven't checked it out yet or got to experience a night game, under the lights, it's going to be really cool for a lot of people coming out. So I'm definitely excited to show it off even more.
Man, we look forward to seeing that. I'm kind of wondering to see how the North Stand without the thing being there is going to look. Well, Cam, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come on our show, man. It's amazing. It's great.
No, I'm happy to come on anytime. And again, all my contact info is on our website. We're open for business. We're willing to help out. We want to hear your feedback, and we want to get better each and every day. And I know we got a long way to go on a lot of different things. It's been a tough year, but again, we're back. We're excited to start playing games, and then we'll also have a ton of non-game day events at City Stadium. So we hope to see everybody at those as well.
All right, most definitely, man. Well, listeners, as always, you can listen to the show on Rivercity 93 on any podcast platform and on YouTube at Rivercity 93. As always, this is Elliot. That's Cam. You guys enjoy your day. We'll holler at you guys later.
All right. Thank you, sir.